Disclaimer, this is a joke video, so don't take anything too seriously. Okay, let's go. Hello, dear viewers, and welcome back to another Eagles stand-up comedy show. So, with the first few weeks of school out of the way, we're starting to sign up for intramural sports, right? And a lot of them happen to be co-ed because you basically just take the population of the campus, mix them together in some sports, and have some fun, right? But this got me thinking. I don't want to play any sports where I play against women because they're not fair in co-ed sports. And I know that this is a controversial topic, okay? You know, women and men competing in the same leagues in professional sports, whatever. And I know there's a lot of people who think that there's no way that's a good idea to mix women's pro leagues with men because, like, physical differences, rule differences, and different kinds of sports, it would make it hard for women to succeed, right? I'm going to agree that the sports should not be mixed, but for an entirely different reason. I think that instead of being not good enough, the women would actually be way too good in mixed leagues. And I mean this seriously. They would be insanely broken, like the most unbalanced thing you've ever seen. You might be a little confused at this point, okay? But let me explain. So the main reason here is that men actually have no idea about how to interact with women. And I even mean this in a general sense, okay? So for instance, I didn't even talk to women throughout all of my years of grade school, okay? I would never interact with them on my own volition unless we had to work together for a group project, in which case I would get it done as fast as possible. This only changed until I went to college, and I really thought to myself one day, I actually have to live with women now in co-ed dorms, and I don't want to be the fat, awkward, shy nerd who just stands in front of women and then speed walks away, because that's not a great look for you, right? Especially if you're trying to meet some new people. So I went to the gym a crap ton and became a muscular, awkward, shy nerd who now runs away from women because I got better at cardio. I couldn't run very far before, but now we're much better at escaping them when I get scared. So, as you can see, like, this is not a unique experience by any margin. There are tons of boys in grade school and even college who just absolutely, like, they shit their pants when they come near a woman, okay? They start, like, sweating and then they don't know what to do, right? Now, if we even get past this barrier, you run into the barrier of sports where you have to touch the opponents, okay? Now, as a dude, and all the dudes in the audience, I'm sure you can understand where I'm going with this, but I'm going to have to explain it for the females, okay? So, let me give you a story really quick. Me and my friends, we play flag football together, right? And one time we invited the girls who were friends with in the friend group to come play flag football with us. And if you know how flag football works, you have the little belt with the flags, and you got to pull them off. And instead of tackling somebody, you know, and giving them a brain injury like how the NFL does it, you just pull the flag off and then they're down. A little bit safer, just a little bit. The problem is, these flags don't stay where they're supposed to. They're supposed to be on your hips, right? But oftentimes when you're running, they start sliding around and things. And sometimes they end up on your butt or between your legs on the front part. And no, this isn't a problem with dudes, right? Because dudes are gay with each other all the time. It doesn't even matter, right? Bro, I'll grab your ass. Like, who cares? I'm gonna yank that thing. I'm gonna miss the flag on purpose. I'm gonna snatch that little juicy thing. But you can't do this if it's a woman. You cannot do that. That's banned. So basically, we're playing with these girls, right? And my friend Lucas, he's playing quarterback on the enemy team, and he realizes, I bet all the dudes on the defending team would just absolutely, their brains will break if I just hand it off and they can go run down the field and no one's even going to get close. So what he does, he just hands it off to one of the girls, and all the dudes, right, we catch up to her, and then we're like inching our arms like forward to try and like use our index finger and our thumb to just pinch the flag off, you know, to avoid a lawsuit basically. And then by the end of the time, she's already down the whole field, and we're all just standing around her like a freaking flock of seagulls, like around French fries, right? You know, you're trying to get it, but you can't do it. It's not worth it. I'm not going to jail, right? That's the thought process. The women are secret weapons. They're cheese. They're unbalanced. The risk reward is so not worth it. It only gets worse when the woman is actually good at the sport as well. So when my mom was in college, she played intramurals too, and she played softball. And, you know, when a girl comes up to the plate in softball, a lot of the dudes come in because they're like, oh, she can't hit anywhere. My mom was a tennis champion, and so she cleaned the ball into the outfield, and then all the dudes just feel bad because they're like, okay, well, now they look all stupid, right? Okay, so we have ain't nobody gonna touch a girl, and they can be surprisingly super strong, super duper strong. It only gets worse when we go into contact sports, actually, like something like wrestling. And now here's the number one reason why women cannot be in co-ed wrestling is because, like I said earlier, dudes are just gonna walk off the mat. Okay, if I'm getting all ready to go in wrestling and my opponent is a woman, dude, I'm out of there. I can't do it. I'm just gonna shit my pants and leave. I'm forfeiting that, because overall you end up feeling just extremely powerless in all sports because you're stuck. Like I said earlier, on one hand, you either lose to the chick and then you get shit on by your peers for losing to a girl, like all your male friends, or you beat her and then you get jumped in the parking lot 10 minutes later for being the guy who made the chick cry. I like to imagine that competing against a girl in sports makes me feel less powerless than one of those 300 Spartans against the Persians, in ancient Greece. 300 against like some 10,000. I mean, those guys might have had to kill a few thousand Persians each, but what they didn't have to worry about was accidentally touching a girl's butt in flag football. In my opinion, the modern man has the losing situation. Did I make you laugh? Let me know. I'll see you guys next time.